You are listening to the Fresh 24 podcast with your host, Clinta Walker.
What's up, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Fresh 24 podcast. I'm excited about this motivational and inspirational segment that is designed to add value to your life. Welcome to Fresh 24, where we all start with a Fresh 24. We all can approach each day with a new and profound perspective. Everything begins and ends with God. It is of the Lord's mercy that would not consume, because his compassions fail not. They are new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness. The topic today is, who are you? How do you define yourself? In John chapter 1, verse 19, the Jewish leaders sent out priests and temple assistants to ask John the Baptist, who are you? To answer that question accurately, one must discover their purpose and destiny. Notice I did not ask you what you want it to be. We have been asked this question since we were kids by our parents and teachers. What do you want to be when you grow up? And most of us have bought into what we want to be instead of discovering who we're supposed to be. You have a purpose. You don't choose your purpose. God does. If you don't accept it, you will live an unfulfilled life trying to be something you were not created to be. If we fail to identify who we are, we rob those around us, people that encounter us, the moment or the experience we were designed to give. Take the fig tree, for instance. When Jesus saw the fig tree and it had leaves, he expected to find some figs, but none was on the tree. The tree was not designed to give shade or to be home for the birds, though it could be used for that, but it was created to produce figs. Jesus did not come to the fig tree out of season, expecting something to be on the tree. He came while it was in season, when it should have fruit on it. And you know how the story ends. Jesus cursed the fig tree at the roots, saying, "May you never bear fruit again." That statement alone lets me know that the fig tree was mature enough and produced fruit before. What happened? Don't get caught up in being other things for people and fail to be the very thing you were created for. Back to the question that the priest and the temple assistants asked John, who are you? John said, I am not the Messiah. They asked, who are you then? Are you Elijah? John said, nope. They said, are you one of the prophets we are expecting? Now hold up, wait a minute. How can they be expecting one of the prophets and miss John? John said this, and it's cold-blooded. I'm the one that Isaiah was talking about. I'm the voice of one crying in the wilderness, making straight the way of the Lord. John was not being arrogant or facetious. He knew who he was not, but he also knew who he was. Some people use their job description as a self-description. What you do is not who you are. There are two separate things. Certainly, who you are influences what you do and how you do it. However, you are as an individual determined by the values you embrace, not by what you do. Financial or occupational success is irrelevant without a sense of who you are and what is truly important. While your job description may be an effective way to introduce yourself at a professional networking conference or a social gathering, but your job description is only one part of who you are. We are so attached to the story of ourselves, to that person who we think we are, that we prevent ourselves from realizing our true potential. Our ego will go through great lengths to protect the version of self that is created for us to identify with. You are the conscious awareness that operates in the body you're in. The real you is right here, right now. So empty yourself of any judgments, opinions, and labels you and anyone else has tried to attach to you. Ananias did not write one book in the Bible, but he was faithful and he obeyed God. But he laid hands on a man named Paul, who wrote 2/3 of the New Testament. Ananias was not called to be a writer, but he was an intercessor. One of the most profound intercessory encounters ever recorded in the Bible. Who are you? And when you embrace a fresh 24, you realize that yesterday is gone. Today was not promised. So let's take full advantage of this gift. We all make mistakes, but tell yourself they're only lessons, not failures. You are here today on purpose and not by chance. Make it a great one, and I'll see you next time on Fresh 24.
Thank you for tuning in to the Fresh 24 podcast. Please like, share, and subscribe to this podcast.